This is an overview of the PGYTECH OneMo 2 25-liter backpack. Overall, the bag feels like it has a good quality and a solid design, and it seems to compete with the Peter McKinnon and the Peak Design backpacks. This bag has two main features. It can expand to fit a gimbal or additional items, and it also comes with an additional sling bag which is stored internally. Some of the pros of the backpack are that it's small, compact and easy to maneuver. It has quality materials with YKK zippers, and the side pockets also have this theft deterrent loop here, which you can pass your zipper through it. Also, the shoulder straps are some of the best I've used. On the top here you have some attachment straps on the sides here. On the bottom here you have two really nice straps, some attachment points here again, or if you want to put a quick release here for your camera like those Peak Designs or your Lanzi ones. I think this is supposed to be a phone case, but it's a bit narrow. If I put the phone here it doesn't really fit and needs some persuasion, and obviously it's gonna stick out this way, but if you don't have any other options it is doable. You've got a side handle here and you've got a luggage pass through here. These are the waist straps with some nice padding again. You've got a clip here and you clip it here essentially. On one of the sides you've got a bottle pocket here. Again you can see these little ropes, loops, and you have some trouble fully opening it with this. It's got a mesh in here. It has an anti-theft security loop here, but it takes some time to put this inside this. So it's not the easiest of things to be constantly doing. If you're just going on location and want it to be secure during your transit, then yeah, it's ideal. I think Peak Design does this a little bit better. And on the other side, you've got two pockets. This is one of the main features of the bag, which is an access to the internal compartment here. And you've got another pocket here for 3 batteries. And it also has a switch which tells you which is charged and which you have used. Now, if I put a couple of batteries here, there's not really any padding from this side. So if your camera is here, this is gonna be a bit hard on your camera. I would prefer it to have just a bit of padding. And this is the top pocket here. Again, it opens in the main compartment. It's got a mesh pocket here. The bottom here, it's a bit more of a rough texture, more of a waterproof material. And you can definitely place it standing and it stays, which all bags should be able to do this. Tie more accessories, maybe another tripod or something else here on the top. This is a 1-liter water bottle. It fits, but it also kind of presses towards the inside of the bag, so maybe this stretches a bit more with time. Here's a Peak Design tripod with an iFootage head through this loop here. You tighten it. You could put a gimbal here as well, although this makes it very side heavy. Lengthwise is around 46 centimeters and the width seems to be around 30 centimeters. The depth without the straps, around 20 here, around 21 here, and again around 20 here. And on the back part, here in the middle is around 34 centimeters. At the bottom here is around 30, and again around 30 on the top. It comes with 7 dividers and this Velcro strap here. These dividers here are similar to the Peak Design dividers, so you can place an item in the bottom and on the top. And this divider here essentially acts as a centerpiece for the whole system. Now, if you expand the front pouch or front pocket, you get this size. This is around 9 centimeters more of an extra space, which is pretty substantial. Here you've got a gimbal case. You've got a couple of pockets here and another sleeve on this side, where you also have your rain cover and tripod holders for the bottom of the bag. The pocket goes around halfway through. And it fits fine with space to spare. If you've got a small tripod, it seems to be able to fit as well. Generally, I'm not a fan of straps being on the side after the zip. I prefer them to be before the zip. Just makes it a bit safer, I think. But nevertheless, The pro of this setup is that you have an unobstructed view of everything in your bag. Now, the tallest part of the bag is in the back here. You can see that this part goes upwards. Generally, I prefer flat bags and as much depth as possible, but maybe this adds to the curved, slick look. The interior is at the bottom is around 15 centimeters. In the middle, which is the highest part, is around 17 centimeters. And at the edge here at the top, it's 12 centimeters. The length of the bag inside is around 45 centimeters. The width at the bottom is 24.5 centimeters. In the middle, 26.5 centimeters. And at the top, around 25 centimeters. So you can see it has a bit of a peculiar shape inside, which for me is not the most ideal way to organize things with the dividers. PGYTECH states that this fits a 15.6-inch laptop. And you can also put an iPad in this pocket. For the side pockets, here's how you can access them from the inside. In the back here, you have this mesh, which is breathable for sweating, and this small top handle here. Coming from a videography background, there are also a few things I don't like. The divider system isn't my favorite. I like to pack things super tight and organized, and I feel like there's some wasted space with these dividers. And the fact that the bag isn't flat also doesn't help with that. If your camera has a microphone on top, you can normally place it in the taller sections or sideways, but that just wastes more space. When you get the bag, you also get this label here, which showcases a few setup options. I'll do these examples now for you to see. This is setup number 1. They call it shoulder bag plus camera mode. And this is called camera and drone mode. You put your camera here and your drone here. And this is called dual camera mode. So I'd say it can fit an average amount of equipment. And this is called camera, drone and tripod mode. I don't think I'll be using the Sling too often, but there might be moments where it can be useful. For example, if you travel with a bag for a destination job, you're usually using all your gear on the shoot day. But if you want a smaller setup to do some sightseeing or just some mini shoots where you don't need everything, then it can come in handy. For example, I was in Italy for a shoot where I had my backpack for the main shoot, and I also took a smaller sling for a more simple photo shoot of a couple. This would have been really useful in that specific situation. This is the internal pouch that comes with the bag. Again, it's the same nice quality as the OneMo. So lengthwise is around 28 centimeters, height is around 20 centimeters, and the width is around 14.5 centimeters. Of course, like the OneMo, you can expand it. Now the height essentially becomes around 24.5 centimeters. It's got a top pocket here, mostly for flat things. Side handle here with a couple of loops. And again, this straps for attachments. In the interior, it comes with a nice strap. So this is nicely padded as well. It comes with 4 dividers. It also has 2 top pockets here. The internal height without the extension is around 17.5 centimeters and extended is around 23 to 24 centimeters. And it has a couple of side dividers here with Velcro only on one side. You place them like this vertically, and these dividers here, they also have Velcro on this side. Also, the internal width, 10 centimeters on the edge here in the middle is around 13 centimeters. The internal length is 26.5 centimeters. The cameras I'm going to be using with the bag is the FX3 and the A7S III, which I have on top here. The A7S is a bit taller than the FX3. If I place the camera standing like this, you can see that it stands out. So obviously when I have it in the bottom, this is too tall for this spot. If I turn it around, then it's manageable and you can close the bag. So the main piece is this middle divider here. By the way, the Velcro is super sticky. So I've tested the FX3 and they seem to fit fine here. And honestly, I think I would like a bit more dividers, especially smaller ones. Maybe something like this so I can do multiple compartments. I think this is where I've reached the limitation of the bag. It needs more dividers, so I'm gonna be adding my own from here on. It's a cool looking bag, but to me still looks like a camera bag, so it's not very stealthy if you care about that. For example, this Think Tank retrospective is one of the stealthier options out there. The price on this is usually pretty good compared to more established brands like Peak Design, Shimoda or Nomadic, so it's a solid budget option, but still made well. I think this is a really good option for air travel, which is the main reason I got it. The expandable part seems really useful, it's compact when you need to fly, and becomes bigger on location if you need it. So for example, if I have a jacket and I have nowhere to put it, I just throw it in the expandable pocket. Or if I take a gimbal or travel tripod in my carry-on or other luggage, I can also put it in there when I arrive to take it on location with me. So that's it for this video, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.